Let's start this video with a short history of esports. In 1958, physicist William Higginbottom created the first video game, Tennis for Two. The game was displayed on an oscilloscope and was a simple tennis game with players being able to adjust the angle they hit the ball. In 1962, 3 MIT employees wrote Space War for their new PDP-1 computer. Space War is the first video game known to be played at multiple computer installations, as it was spread around universities. In 1972, the earliest known video game competition took place at Stanford University. The Intergalactic Space War Olympics featured Space War as its one and only event. Only 5 people participated. Later that same year, Atari announced Pong. It became the first commercially successful video game. In 1974, Sega held the All Japan TV Game Championships, a nationwide arcade game tournament. According to Sega, it was the biggest event ever in the arcade game industry. In 1978, Space Invaders released and popularized persistent high scores, providing competition in local arcades. In 1982, the Twin Galaxies National Scoreboard was created to be a record-keeping service for video games. In 1984, Konami and Century held an international video game competition for track and field that drew more than 1 million players from Japan and North America. In 1988, Netrek released as a client-server rework of the game X-Trek. It was the third internet game and the first internet team game. It pioneered many online gaming technologies, including persistent account information, anti-cheating mechanics, and metaservers. In 1990, Nintendo of America held the Nintendo World Championships, which was a tour of the U.S. through 29 cities with a tournament at each one, and culminated with a final in Los Angeles, California. In 1993, Doom launched to critical acclaim. A year later, Doom's multiplayer mode was released and proved to be massively popular. Counter-Strike was released in 1999 and became the most popular online FPS for 10 years straight until it was surpassed by its successor, CSGO, in 2012. Throughout all this, the name Esports hadn't actually been created yet. Electronic sports was the name used until the year 2000 with the founding of the Korean Esports Association. In 2011, live streaming service Twitch launched with a focus on video game live streaming. This provided an easy way to stream tournaments and foster a live community like physical sports do. That was a short history of esports.
So that's cool and all, but why do we play games to begin with? Mainly, it's our pal dopamine.
Good evening.
Chemical that's released in your brain when you do something that makes you happy and is what makes those things enjoyable. A reward system, if you will. Why do you enjoy playing a sport or going to the gym? Dopamine is released during physical activity or exercise. You do things because our brains are wired to constantly seek dopamine releases.
Now let's go over how gaming companies embrace competitive gaming to sell more products. Competitive games like Valorant, CSGO, and Fortnite boast a colossal and diverse player base. With millions of players globally, these games create a vast market for related products. The intense competition with these games fosters dedicated player engagement, providing companies with a captive audience. The rise of esports has played a pivotal role in the popularity of competitive gaming. Major tournaments and leagues for games like Valorant, CSGO attract massive viewership and sponsorships. Companies seize this opportunity to promote their products through sponsorships, advertising, and exclusive in-game items tied to these thrilling tournaments. Popular competitive games are a staple on platforms like Twitch and YouTube. This presents opportunities for gaming companies to collaborate with influencers and content creators. The exposure gained allows companies to showcase their products to a broad audience, leveraging the influencers' reach and influence within the gaming community. Many competitive games adopt a free-to-play model with enticing in-game purchases, such as skins, cosmetic items, and battle passes. Companies capitalize on this by generating significant revenue through the sales of virtual items. Players, driven by their passion for the game, are often willing to invest in customizing their in-game experience or supporting their favorite titles. Competitive games demand cutting-edge technology to provide a seamless and immersive gaming experience. Gaming companies capitalize on this by marketing and selling high-performance gaming peripherals, graphics cards, and other hardware. Players who aspire to optimize their gaming setups for competitive gameplay become the target audience for these advanced technological offerings. So, as the gaming industry continues to evolve, companies strategically navigate the competitive gaming landscape to not only capture the thrill of the game, but also to offer products that enhance the overall gaming experience. Whether you're a player, a viewer, or a tech enthusiast, the world of competitive gaming has something for everyone. Game on.